Hello everyone, and today I'll be showing you how to build a basic wood farm and an advanced wood farm. The basic wood farm is one of the cheapest farms you can build in the game, even cheaper than a crystallized iron farm. So it should only cost you about 100k, not including the axe. The farm will also produce over 30,000 wood per hour for the advanced version, and for the basic version around 10 to 15k per hour. So in order to get the grass, the glass, and the saplings, you'll be able to get all of that in the hub. The only thing that you may have to go and do is go to someone's shop and buy yourself a better axe, or to go and craft it yourself. The block seller sells pretty much anything you'll really need for most of my farms. Grass, very cheap. What you can do is enter in a number just like this. And for my farm you'll need 1,200 grass and 150 glass. Then what you have to do is go over to the seed seller and go ahead and buy some saplings of your choice. If you're building the basic farm, you'll only be able to use oak saplings, but for the higher tier farms you could use any saplings you want, and you also want 1,200. So now I'll show you how you actually build the farm. It's pretty basic. All you have to do is repeat a whole bunch of steps over and over again. So step 1 is to place down a glass block in the center of the farm, just like this. Then what you do is you go out 3 blocks on either side, then you go down 1 block on either side. Then what you do is expand it out another 2 blocks, just like that, and remove the top one. Now this layout right here, for the basic farm, should be repeated 150 times. So what I personally like doing is dropping my glass until I only have 100 of it left. So right now I have exactly 2,200, so subtract 150, and that's how much you need to place. So I'll go down to 2,050. When you're done placing the glass, the farm should be this long. So the next step is to place in all the grass. A very good tool to use is this hammer, because it lets you place multiple blocks at a time. If you don't have it, you can just place them all individually. So the grass should be just as long as the glass is. So I'll go and do that right now. When you're done placing in all the grass, it should be perfectly in line with the glass block. Now the next step is to place in all the saplings. Since this is the basic farm, we'll only be using oak. Now the last thing you need to do before you can use the farm is to place in your spawn block. Just like this. And now your farm is ready to be used. All you have to do to use the farm is to look at this vending machine to line up your camera. Make sure after looking at the vending machine, you don't turn your camera at all. Because if you look at the vending machine and then turn your camera slightly, when you run down the farm, your character will eventually fall off just like this. So make sure not to do that. The next step is to hold down shift and then click escape, let go of shift, and click escape again. What this will do is it will permanently make you sprint, just like this. Then what you do is you hold out your axe and you want to line it up with the shop icon and the top of your character. So go across the screen just like this, right above your character. Now you hold down left click, you click escape, and then you let go of left click and then click escape again. Now you can just run down the farm and your character will automatically break the trees for you. Now the last step you need to do in order for this thing to be fully automated is to start chatting. So in my case, my vending machine is facing me to the right, so I'll be holding down D. Then I start chatting, I let go of D, and then you're done. Now my character will automatically run down the farm, and the spawn block will bring me back. In order to make sure you don't get AFK kicked though, you do need an auto clicker active. This auto clicker needs to be set on right click every 10 seconds. Then you will no longer be kicked from the farm, and you should make around 10 to 15,000 per hour. So throughout this 30-minute time lapse, I will talk about why I built the farm the way I did. Because you had to have the saplings far enough away where they wouldn't push your character off the edge. I'll talk more about the sapling placement on the advanced version of the farm, but right now the farm actually produced more wood than I thought it would. Based on these rates, it will produce around 16k per hour, because I produced around 8k in the 30 minutes I tested for. So that means overnight you're looking at somewhere between 120k to like 160k or something like that. So this farm produces a lot of wood overnight. The advanced farm will produce 250k overnight, so you want to stay tuned for that one. So now I'll show you where you need to go to get the animals. Something you need to know is that the animals need animal care XP in order for you to be able to actually buy them. So in this save file, I'm not able to buy them. But you're going to need yourself the duck egg, the yak egg, and the horse egg. I recommend you get these from a friend, or some shops may sell them. The tier does not matter, so I recommend getting tier 1 because they're typically the cheapest. So you'll need to come to the desert in order to be able to get the vulture pet. The vulture pet does have a buff, although it doesn't show it in game. It's pretty easy to buy. All you have to do is run over to the animal person in the desert and go and buy the egg. This egg requires 0 levels to buy, so it's pretty easy to get. The next item you'll need for the farm is 150 tier 2 conveyor belts. You can craft them in a tier 4 workbench. All you have to do is search 2 and it should pop right up. You need to craft 150 of these. If you can't afford it, I recommend going to a shop to buy them there, or to go ahead and make yourself a red bronze farm. The most annoying block you're going to need to get for this farm is called a respawn block. So if you go in a tier 2 workbench or higher, you can go ahead and open it up and then search for a respawn block. And you'll see here, you need magma, crystallized obsidian, and regular obsidian. You get crystallized obsidian from breaking obsidian in Pirate Island, or you can just go and buy it from a shop, which is probably easier. Now that you have everything you need to upgrade the farm, all you have to do is break all the glass. Once you're done breaking all the glass, all you have to do is place in all your conveyor belts. Once you're done placing in all your conveyor belts, add your respawn block to the very end of the farm. If you didn't end up finding a respawn block, you don't really need it, but you still make around 90% of what you should. Now the next step is to place in all your totems. So the easiest way I find to do it is to be on the conveyor belt and you place down 3 blocks just like this, and you destroy the top 2, and now that gives you your starting point. Then what you want to do is build out 12 blocks from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then on these 3 blocks is where you place your totems. Right now I'm using iron, but it could be any of the gray colored totems. And if you want to farm up to hickory wood, you need to upgrade these totems to level 35. But if you're farming lower tier woods, you won't need to upgrade them nearly as high. If you're only farming birch wood, you'll only need them to level 15. From this point on, what you do is you go out 24 blocks, and then you place 3 totems, and you go out another 24 blocks, and you place another 3 totems until you get to the very end of the farm. And I'll go and do that right now. When you're done placing in all the totems, the farm should look like this. So look at it from below, you can see how they're all evenly spaced out right here at the very bottom of my farm. This will let you be able to one-shot any tree type in the game. So what you can do is replace these trees with any trees you want, except in the very center, these ones cannot be hickory or maple, because those trees will push you off the edge of the map. So as long as you don't put hickory or maple on these layers, your tree farm will be fine. I'll show you that now. So with the advanced farm, this is like a layout you could do. I put some hickory saplings down, some birch saplings down, some oak saplings, and some maple saplings, but you could really do whatever combo you want. So if you look, if I hop on the farm, I'll one-shot the hickory wood, I'll one-shot the birch wood, I'll one-shot all of the wood. So no matter what type of tree you put down, you'll always one-shot it, which is really good for this farm. Now I'll show you how to perform the animal glitch. The animal glitch is the reason why we want all these animals in. So they do take a while to grow up, so you won't be able to do this immediately, but after a few hours, the animals will be all grown up just like this. What you want to do is you want to get on your horse. Then what you do, without getting off the horse, you just go ahead, go to your next animal, and then get directly onto them. Then you get onto your next animal, and get onto them. You keep doing this until you're on all of your animals. You want to end off with your cow. And now you can get off your cow and you'll be super fast, just like this. So now it's time to go ahead and use the farm. I have the broom, which helps me move a bit quicker, but you don't necessarily need it, but I will be using it during this test. So now I'll show you a time lapse to show you how much I'll earn. So the time lapse failed, but now you get to see me dancing. Anyhow, the farm produced 14,000 wood in the 30-minute test, so therefore it should generate around 28,000 instead of the 30,000, but that's still pretty good. Overnight you'll run around 240,000, so that's a good amount of wood. Anyhow, if you have any suggestions for new videos I should make sure to leave them in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe if you like the content I'm producing. I hope to make a video like this every week or so, if not more often, like this video. So if you enjoy, thanks for watching.